The concept of the Nephilim and Noah's flood as described in the Bible is a fascinating and complex topic that has intrigued scholars and believers for centuries. In this detailed explanation, we will explore the origins of the Nephilim, their significance in ancient times, their connection to the events leading up to the Great Flood as told in the book of Genesis, and the role of Noah in this cataclysmic event. The Nephilim. Who were they? According to the book of Genesis, the Nephilim were mysterious beings who lived on the earth in the days before the Great Flood. The term Nephilim is believed to come from the Hebrew word Nephil, which means fallen ones, or those who have fallen. These beings are described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4 provides the key verses that mention the Nephilim. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown." The origin of the Nephilim. The identity of the sons of God, mentioned in Genesis 6 verse 2, has been a subject of debate among scholars. Some interpretations suggest that these beings were fallen angels or divine beings who rebelled against God by taking human form and mating with mortal women. This union resulted in the birth of the Nephilim, who were believed to be powerful and giant-like creatures. The Nephilim are described as heroes of old, men of renown, indicating that they were renowned for their strength, prowess, and perhaps even their tyrannical rule over mankind. Their presence on earth was seen as a corruption of God's creation and a threat to the moral order established by God. The wickedness of mankind and God's judgment. The proliferation of the Nephilim and the increasing wickedness of humanity were cited as reasons for God's decision to bring about the Great Flood. Genesis 6 verses 5 to 7 states, "The Lord saw how great the wickedness of the human race had become on the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of the human heart was only evil all the time. The Lord regretted that he had made human beings on the earth, and his heart was deeply troubled. So, the Lord said, I will wipe from the face of the earth the human race I have created, and with them the animals, the birds, and the creatures that move along the ground, for I regret that I have made them." God's judgment was swift and severe, as he determined to cleanse the earth of wickedness and start anew with a righteous man named Noah and his family. Noah, the righteous survivor. In the midst of this impending cataclysm, God found favor in Noah, a righteous man who walked faithfully with God. Genesis 6 verse 9 describes Noah in the following way. Noah was a righteous man, blameless among the people of his time, and he walked faithfully with God. God instructed Noah to build an ark to save himself, his family, and pairs of every kind of animal from the coming floodwaters. Despite facing ridicule and disbelief from his contemporaries, Noah obeyed God's command and diligently carried out the monumental task of constructing the ark. The Great Flood and the salvation of Noah. As the floodwaters rose and covered the earth, every living creature outside the ark perished. Genesis 7 verses 21 to 23 vividly describes the extent of the destruction. Every living thing that moved on land perished: birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had the breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. people and animals and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. Noah, his family, and the animals inside the ark were preserved through the flood, with God's covenant promising never to destroy the earth in the same way again. The rainbow symbolized this covenant between God and humanity, serving as a reminder of God's faithfulness and mercy. The aftermath and legacy of the flood. After the waters receded and the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, Noah and his family emerged as the survivors of the great flood. They were tasked with repopulating the earth and fulfilling God's command to be fruitful and multiply. Genesis 9 verses 1 to 3 records God's blessing and instructions to Noah and his sons. Then God blessed Noah and his sons, saying to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the earth. The fear and dread of you will fall on all the beasts of the earth, and on all the birds in the sky, on every creature that moves along the ground, and on all the fish in the sea. They are given into your hands. Everything that lives and moves about will be food for you. Just as I gave you the green plants, I now give you everything." Noah's descendants spread out across the earth, establishing nations and civilizations in the aftermath of the flood. The story of Noah and the Great Flood serves as a powerful reminder of God's judgment, mercy, and faithfulness to those who walk in righteousness. The story of the Nephilim and Noah's flood in the book of Genesis is a profound and symbolic account that explores themes of divine judgment, redemption, and the preservation of the righteous. The Nephilim, as enigmatic figures born of the union between the sons of God and the daughters of men, represented a corruption of God's intended order and a catalyst for the destruction of the world through the Great Flood. Noah, a righteous man in the eyes of God, was chosen to build an ark and save himself, his family, and the animal kingdom from the impending deluge. Through Noah's obedience and faithfulness, God extended His mercy and ensured the survival and renewal of life on earth. The story of the Nephilim and Noah's flood continues to captivate and inspire individuals across cultures and faith traditions, serving as a timeless reminder of the consequences of wickedness, the importance of righteousness, and the enduring promise of God's covenant with humanity. May this exploration of the secret Genesis story revealed. Nephilim and Noah's flood explained provide insight and inspiration for those seeking to understand the profound truths contained within these ancient biblical narratives. If you enjoyed this video and want more insights into Bible prophecy, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned for more enlightening discussions. Until next time, keep seeking the truth.